Welcome to this walkthrough video on integrating with GitHub using the Poly API platform. We're going to begin here in the Azure Marketplace and search for Poly API. Here on the Poly API app listing page, you'll find additional information like a quick overview, screenshots, and additional links that give you more information about Poly. To get started, we're going to go over on the left and click Free Trial. Next, we're going to agree to the terms of service and give Microsoft permission to use or share our account information so that the provider or Microsoft can contact us regarding this product. And click Continue. This is going to open the Poly API signup page. Here, we're going to choose an instance to sign up for. Instances are physical deployments of Poly managed by Poly's DevOps team. For this demo, we're going to select NA1, North America, and click Select Instance. Now we're going to fill out the form to sign up for a new account. We're going to input our email, provide a name for our tenant, and select service tier. And check the box to agree to the terms of service, and click Sign Up. Next, we'll need to input the verification code that was sent to our email to activate our account. And click Verify Code. After successful registration, you'll be given an API key and useful links that help you get started with Poly. Now, let's click Go to Login to log into our Poly UI. We're going to input our Poly API key and click Login. Here we are inside the Poly UI, where we have our list of Poly management collection over on the left. We're going to come back to this later in the video when we create a variable to securely pass our access token using Vari. Next, let's open Visual Studio Code and install Poly. Now that we have Visual Studio Code open, let's go over to the left and click the extension icon and search for Poly API. And click Install. Now let's go over to the right and click the sidebar. This will be our Poly AI assistant. Let's go ahead and set up our Poly client. Just a note, you'll need to have copied your API key that was given to you upon signup for this next step. We're going to select project type, TypeScript, set our API base URL as NA1, and input our API key. And now click Yes to install dependencies. Once successfully installed, you'll see the Polytree library icon over on the left. This is a catalog of all of our APIs and events that have been trained to Poly. Within its context, you can view API functions details by hovering over the function. And over on the right, we have our Poly AI assistant, where we can ask Poly, how do I get a list of issues from GitHub? As you can see, Poly has generated a nice code example of how to use the function to get a list of issues from GitHub. So now let's go ahead and open a project. And copy and paste this code. For this code example, we'll need to input the owner, repository, and our access token. Next, I'm going to show you how you can securely pass our access token as a variable using Vari. So we're going to go back to our Poly UI. Now here inside our Poly UI, we're going to go to Variables, click Create, and create a new variable for our access token. Now we'll want to input the context in which it will be stored in our Poly library. We can also add our own description, and if we don't, the AI will create one for us. Next, we'll select the visibility environment and set this as a secret true. For this value type, it's going to be string. Now I'm going to input the value and click Submit. After you hit Submit, you can see that our new access token variable has been created, and a description has been provided by the AI. Next, let's go back to Visual Studio Code and regenerate our Poly library so we can see our new variable. Let's open our terminal and write the command npx polygenerate. We should now see our new variable added to the poly tree. Now we have our variable access token under the context GitHub variables. All we have to do is click and input this into our code. Make sure to add Vari. Now that we've added our values, let's go ahead and run this code to get a list of issues from GitHub. As you can see, we have successfully gotten a list of issues from GitHub. Thank you for watching this walkthrough video. Additional resources are available to help you along the way, including documentation for Python, TypeScript, and Java, the Poly API Postman collection, Poly Swagger link, and more. For more information and detailed documentation, check out our website. Happy integrating!